What was once the Polk County Courthouse now serves as the Polk County History Center and houses the Historical Museum and Library. The museum serves Polk's community through special events, volunteer opportunities, and educational programs. More details are coming up next on Polk Place. Welcome to Polk Place. I'm your host, Tina Mann, and joining me in the studio today is Myrtis Young, the Historic Preservation Manager at the Polk County History Center.
Hi, Tina.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
It's been a couple of months, so I'm excited to see your beautiful face, and I'm excited to talk about February because we have a very important exhibit coming. So why don't you tell us about it?
Well, yes, February is the most robust month for us. Beginning with the first day of the month, February 1st, we are opening a new exhibit. It is our third Smithsonian exhibit. This is part of the Museum on Main Street Traveling Exhibit Program. This exhibit, of course I always say this about every exhibit, this is one of my favorites. The exhibit is called Crossroads, Change in Rural America. And the way the Smithsonian has written this exhibit, it is a look at the change of America as we moved from living in rural communities, a more agrarian society, into an urban environment. So of course the way the Smithsonian interprets the exhibits, it's a story on the national level. And then as we recall, when we are fortunate enough to be the host of one of these exhibits, then we interpret the same story on a local level. I am so proud to tell everybody that we have a partnership, a wonderful partnership in the interpretation of this storyline. We've been working with TPO, our planning office. Ryan Kordek, who is in that office, is himself a historian. He doesn't know it, he doesn't claim it, but he is. Ryan has been working for years on developing a historical timeline of maps, the development of Polk County through historical maps. So those maps are actually going to be incorporated in our Crossroads story. We know Polk County is a mosaic of crossroads. So the story, I think that's one of the reasons I was so excited about it. The storyline, the interpretation, is just a perfect match for the development of Polk County and our wonderful heritage. So we are actually telling the crossroads story of Polk County through a series of maps, land use maps and development maps, up through, it starts about early 1800s, up through 1960. And we were so excited as we were going through the process of reviewing the story and our development, and we looked. And then in early 1960s, we started Florida is so proud to boast the interstate system. Well, the first piece of Interstate 4 was actually constructed in Polk County, connecting Lakeland to Plant City. So we have a very exciting story that will become a permanent exhibit in the History Center. So this is Polk County's Crossroads story, told in collaboration with our very own planning office.
So I know as part of the Crossroads exhibit, you guys are planning a lot of different activities. So why don't you start with the lecture series, which actually began in January?
That's correct. In January, our wonderful friend and historian Richard Pfeiffer spoke about phosphate towns. And of course, that's a part of Polk County's Crossroads story. And that is a great story. We love to hear about that and read about that. And so that was the past. February 19th, Kim Long, who is the executive director of Polk Vision, is going to be talking to us about the future. So Kim will be talking about Polk County's Crossroads future, you know, and of course that's the logo for the county, Crossroads, opportunities, our future, where we're going. And you know, during the discussions on developing the exhibit, the concept of the exhibit is Crossroads, change from rural America. And one of the things that came up in the discussion was, in the beginning, our rural lifestyle really was survival. We had to live in rural communities to grow the food we ate and to survive. And today, and as Kim will talk about, our future is crossroads rural communities or urban communities based on choice. Which lifestyle do you prefer?
Right.
So the change is a change, dramatic in a way, but positive in a way because it gives us choice. So Kim will talk about those choices and what that looks like for Polk County going forward. In March, I'm just really excited again, Ryan Kordek will be our speaker, and he's going to actually dedicate those maps and talk about his involvement and his experience in developing the historical maps, and we'll dedicate that exhibit as a permanent exhibit.
And then for our young learners, we're bringing them in as well. So what do we have for them?
Well, you know, it's going to be fun. Two things actually that will be going on. We're going to encourage families to take a tour and use the Heritage Trail to go out and find sites in these communities, the remote communities, and just go back and experience a little bit about Polk County's early life, and then come back to the History Center and present their Heritage Trail Crossroads passport, and they'll be able to select a book that we will have on Polk County history.
That's exciting, and of course the new series that they're doing for the reading, that is coming up as well, the History Time Tots.
The History Time Tots, isn't that fun? So we have a new program that we're offering, and this is really, the timing of it is for moms who have really small ones at home. Come in the morning, we have an 11 o'clock slot, and then also on Saturdays. So it's a reading time in our little discovery room, the children's discovery area, and for February we're reading about Won't You Be My Neighbor? And of course that's the story of neighbors, and that fits into the Crossroads exhibit.
That's exciting. So I think it's important to note that the Lunch and Learn of the past has kind of evolved a little and are being replaced by these lecture series that are themed.
Mm-hmm. That is correct. You know, we want to keep everything fresh and new and exciting for our visitors. So we talked about it, and we have changed it. It's still, you know, learning, having an opportunity to come in and listen to interesting speakers and learning about our history and past, but they're specifically themed this year. So the theme beginning as we start in January, February, March, will be themed to match the Smithsonian exhibit Crossroads. And then after that, we transition to a new program that we are offering in the evenings. We have a lecture series that will begin in the evenings, and that will be it'll be a part of a program that is a grant that we received from the Florida Humanities Council, and it is called Conversations Across Race and Cultural Boundaries. It is a 5-month series, and it is intended to bring speakers to the museum to talk about specific different heritage cultures and race in our community. So we have the launch in February will feature Reverend Melissa Stump, who is she pastors at First United Methodist Church in Lakeland. We're very fortunate to have her launch this program for us. Reverend Stump actually created a program similar to this, Conversations About Race, that was specifically targeted for the congregation at First United Methodist. So when we knew that we wanted to create this cultural discussion, she was the perfect person. We spoke with her, and she's going to lead us in this discussion. The series will include discussions on the different cultures, you know, African American, Seminole, our Native American culture, our Hispanic culture. Will incorporate evenings with music that actually gives us an opportunity to experience our differences in race and culture through music and these discussions.
That sounds really exciting. I know you guys have some fun things planned along with more serious things. So it's something that they really, it's going to be more important for them to tune in or follow you guys, sign up for the newsletter so that they're getting all this information, because it really is a great time. And I love that it's coinciding with the Black History Month, which we always celebrate every year at the History Center. And why don't you tell us about what you guys are doing?
Tina, thanks for mentioning that. You know, the way we interpret Polk County's history, as we include, it's inclusive, it we make every effort to include all of our diversity, all of the different cultures of our past and our history. So our history, when you walk into the History Center and any of the galleries you go into, features African American, Hispanic, all our different diverse culture. So what we do in February to really focus on Black History Month is we create a scavenger hunt of Black history. And so we take you through the museum and give you an opportunity to really, we highlight and focus on the areas in each of the galleries that are specific to our Black heritage. We, in the past, have been doing some very special interviews and oral histories and documentaries on some of our African American communities. So those will be featured, like Pewsville and Florence Villa, the Moorhead community over in Lakeland. So we will take this opportunity in February to really feature and enhance those aspects of our culture and our history.
February is going to be really exciting. I know we wanted to mention that February 20th, there's the History Day competition, so it may not be the best day to visit the History Center.
It is a great day. It's an exciting day because we have students who are partaking in the History Day, and it's a wonderful and exciting time. However, it is a very busy time, and parking and access to the building, so probably a better day to come would be after that.
Right. I mean, these kids are amazing and smart, and I can't believe some of the presentations they do, but yeah, it's very, very, very busy. So then, of course, we have our regular tours, our cemetery tour, that is on the it's the first Saturday of every month.
First Saturday, that's correct.
And then our architectural tour, which is always on the third Saturday of every month.
And we just love to have people come, enjoy that one-on-one curated time to learn about the architecture or learn about Oak Hill Cemetery and the history that it has to share.
Well, I thank you for coming out today and telling us about all these exciting things.
It is my pleasure to come and talk about Polk County's history.
Polk County has a rich history and heritage, and the Polk County History Center is continuously thinking of new ways to help Polk residents experience that history. The museum's collection includes natural and cultural objects related to Polk and the greater Central Florida area that represent our history from pre-Columbian to present-day eras. The artifacts on display at the museum represent individuals, cultural groups, and events significant to the region. Located at 100 East Main Street in Bartow, the History Center is open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday. For more information about exhibits and events, you can check them out on the web at polkhistorycenter.org or give them a call at 863-534-4386.